Hi, welcome back. I'm Judy Jones, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make an easy, simple cheese soup. Now this cheese soup I grew up eating, and we actually call it sopa de queso, which is just cheese soup in Spanish. Nothing fancy, but it is delicious, and what I love about it is that it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just something that you can whip up, you know, if you are in a hurry but you still want to eat a nice hot homemade soup, you can whip it up in no time. Now that it's getting cold outside, it's getting chilly outside, I don't know about you, but I just love having myself a big bowl of homemade soup. So I hope that you try this recipe out. I hope that you enjoy it, and let's get started. Let's go over all of the ingredients that we're gonna need.
And we're going to be starting off with our thin spaghetti pasta, and I just want to make a note that we are not using the whole box. We're also going to be using a block of mozzarella cheese and 3 medium-sized potatoes, some dry oregano and salt, and 3 scallions. I apologize, I did not actually show that, but I am using 3 scallions. This is achiote that has been infused in some olive oil. And if you don't have that, you can also substitute it with half a packet of Sazon goya. Just make sure that you buy the box that has achiote in it. We're going to be using some milk and water. And we're going to start by cutting the ends off of our scallion. And we're going to just be mincing these up. And I'm just showing you that I'm not using the whole entire scallion. I'm using the white and some of the green. Next, we're going to be peeling our potatoes and slicing them up into small cubes. We're going to be using half of our block of cheese. It doesn't look like I'm using half, but trust me, later on I do use a little bit more cheese. And we're just basically going to be slicing this up into small cubes as well. And see, there I go taking another slice of cheese, because you can never have too much cheese. So once we are done chopping up all of our ingredients, we are going to start on our soup. And to your pot, you are going to be adding your infused oil, and you want to make sure that your stove is set on medium-high. And to that, you're going to be adding your scallions. And I just like to move it around because I like to get all the scallions completely covered in that oil. Next, we're going to be adding our potatoes, and we're going to be mixing that up just for a couple seconds. I'm going to be adding 2.5 cups of water and a pinch of salt to taste. And we are going to be boiling this on medium heat for 10 minutes or until your potatoes are halfway done. Now I'm just going to get my pasta ready. This is about the amount that I use. I'm just trying to give you an idea because I don't really measure. And I like to break my pasta in half. That's just my preference. You don't have to do that. So we're going to put that into our broth. And we're going to cook this until our pasta and potatoes are soft. And I do want to add that I did add half a cup of water to this because I did lose some water in the process of boiling. And now I'm going to be checking if my potatoes and pasta are done. And they are. So in a small pot, we're going to be adding 2.5 cups of milk. We want to make sure that our milk and our broth are at the same temperature. And while your milk is heating up, you just want to make sure that your potatoes are done. And now we're just going to bring the temperature down to low and we're going to be adding our milk. Next we're going to add our oregano, and I used about 1 tablespoon of oregano, and I'm going to add a little bit more salt to taste. We're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes are up, we are going to evenly distribute our cheese cubes. Next, you want to turn your stove off and allow your soup to sit for 5 minutes so that all your cheese is melted. And now we are ready to serve.
Okay, you know what time it is. Time for a taste test. It tastes just like my mom's. So good. Well, I hope you try this recipe out, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. A little bit of a change in scenery for you for today. I'm doing my food for thought outside because it is just such a gorgeous day, even though I am still wearing a jacket because I'm just a wimp like that. But my food for thought for this week is this cute little quote. Well, it's just a cute, and I don't know if you could even see that. I'll try to bring it in closer. But it says, enjoy the little things in life, for someday you will realize they were the big things. And that is so true. That someday has come for me because I find that as I get older, I learn to appreciate all the little things in life so much more than what I did when I was younger. And I just think those are the things that really matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many things you have. What really, really matters are all those things that you value, that you hold dear to your heart. Those are the things that really matter. So that is my food for thought for this week. I pray that you have an awesome rest of the week and an awesome weekend. Bye-bye. My daughter taste testing today. Try it, try it. Is it good? Pass the test? Is it like Huelas? You never say yes.